asam no kan 2016 and 2020 no san kofa brofo foforo edebe cover ho say Ghana ye be bus system na ansa na ye beto ye December ye kwato aba no be end no na 100 buses aba akwa no boa because 2016 okay the same thing 2020 or repeat here cars na ma then na kire say 2024 o car na beba sa bus no ye dey come hwan NPP former national chairman or promising one constituency, one bus. It never happened. Your friend Freddie Blay, what's his name? These guys are liars. I am sorry, but they are liars. Pachobo video ni biom. Yen show way 2016. Yen better 2024 there no.
President.
All right, you see, I'm a movie akwaba. Na memfa umbra negative efficacy so Mr. Mofanchen simi sa left up Captain Smart Exposed ababontin na waba ababe exposed NPP aminyoko no what you say when you secret into where what na say ewo oniama chinduma gini so dia na chese ensema odibp die ano papa the person in Chawan, you become equal to Captain Smart and Sema what they are to Idra. Now, winning in name is a chair in MPP Minikuno Multimi, the Manifesto Launched. Now, Modiba to Ghana for you, dear Modibe, your Mube, say Omuba Ben Biwa, Abusia, in Simani woman, be a chaff, what is the Boni Becan and Te, be so a. Sema yati no we asuma omuntu manamo ina masan aiden aristiti in the manifesto na ne Captain Smart etnase no sema odi agu from there abusia anwa shi sema wura no waka area for sa manifesto no ho de wankasa woti a wo yembehye na wo show evidence what you say o mayenya evidence bi o me hu how anyama isi echo. Mempese meche ho hanu mai negative message so subscribe to the channel na do comment atom na wala ikidwadi na wa share na fufu ebi ahwe ati yini studio ide ebebo ne toto ni etimi akwakutie sama Captain was being smart the form ebusia sem no de kan aka uyembe show ebeji bu sem so message so be jenre wala ikidwadi na wa share what na say some no one after the other. I feel the best so but na subscribe to your channel no for the test update say be abribiano it knows not to one ma so betting maybe a share na wati working kind among baby piet na kofa no e negative yankopon inshire bibia asabibia mo support am di mai yanko ni nkuti sama goes bring for the smart on so what you to do for MPP manifesto yi ho nsemo de to do any so yankuti nsem bi emfa emrekoba ebeto adwade eso.
He was talking about. He told the whole nation when I was with Multimedia on Obi's show that when we hey Peter La ilaha illallah bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear sister, good morning. It is say man da ho ye aya mo hwe me on mo. So when I heard our dear Vice President talking about completing, or when he comes, that will be his priority, I was like, no. Mr. President, do you have the video which he says, Yerieno? Now, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia said that, damn no year, the biggest achievement of the Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration, of which he is a proud vice president. Then today and yesterday, he told the whole wide world, Safena Obeye. Can I have that video? With all due respect, roll. Bo, Tieno. In the northern part of our country where you come from, and Amono, can you beat your chest and say, yeah, this signature project in the north? Why you believe that?
I think, the most important project in the north since independence, a Palago Dam project.
Okay. Pause it. Pause it. Listen, pause the video. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia is saying that I think it's a signature project here up north. Hey, Jesus Christ. When I'm a kasa, yes, kwajo a kasa dodo na kwajo muade. How can you lie through your divine giving things like this? How? With all due respect, Bawumia is a vice president. And listen, you see, anytime you climb the ladder from 1 to 10, and there's nobody to track you about the things you said. You see, any day I make a Daniela or Hotro, God or Hotro. The reason is that at that big bar, I will be referred that on your show you said this. Why this today? I was wrecked. I was devastated. In fact, I was actually thrown out of joint when I heard our vice president say, Onua say, Oba adi obedi kenyaye eye Pwalugu Dam. Now listen to him in 2020.
Not in my mind that I was championing the Pwalugu Dam. We have not yet been able to do it. But by the grace of God, I believe we are going to do the Pwalugu Dam. It has to be done.
Room staff to listen to me. Because I came to work. Now, 2020, the Vice President of the Republic, and currently the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, told the entire nation that one of the biggest tantamount projects of the New Patriotic Party is the completion of the Pwalugu Dam. That has stayed in the books of every administration since independence. This is how I tell you, they all come out to disrespect, insult, denigrate the image and the dignity of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. But you see, the God of Nkrumah, our God, your God, will never leave us. You see how God is exposing them to us. You see how God is exposing them. 2020, play the 2020 video with Obi again. That it's been done. Bobby, in the northern part of our country where you come from, and Amono, can you beat your chest and say, yeah, this signature project in the north? Why you believe that?
The most important project in the north since independence, a Pwalugu Dam project.
Okay.
Is the biggest investment. So we're drawing books now since independence.
Okay, how
I check government be about Pwalugu Dam. But we're here as a signature project, and in the number one. So there's
Central for Onua TV ni Adum TV. Mutemiye. Any other media houses. You do babia. As I say, a guy sits in the studio shows and get out there. And Obi, he didn't know Pwalugu Dam no NPP nko omonye. And when somebody says after independence, before independence, during independence, the person is referring to Kwame Nkrumah. Let babies tell the entire nation when Kwame Nkrumah decided to build the Pualugu Dam. That is when a JB Dankwa, a trunk concern letter, a comma CIA. I have a copy of that letter.
Wait.
Pualugu to dam no. What didn't talk on Obeko position? Rollins, I nothing say. Obeko Pualugu dam no. Yeah, 1992 abanu ye no. Na wuja fuja na num.
Wait.
When the baby Rollins Cocker as no Cocker or fet to a fashe. That was the time a Rollins Cocker check was for say, Aya Womonia, Womukatasu no okra, Kraoni or Katasu Pachomokai.
Bibini,
Tim
Bibini,
2000. Nana Memonu, bam, I'm told the train.
Bibini and the Pow.
I've told you before. Asante hima kachre je kufo se ye Kwame Nkrumah no se wonya sem papa bi anka mfa ne ho a aya ka wanu tum na wamamu aya akono won ti sa twi na se no so to nchen Pualugu Dam wonim time aje kufo ya na nyu so be 2008 otame ya obekono. Then he came to Professor Mills.
Captain Smart, the
John
king
Mahama
of morning shows.
Nanado se waye. Eno man, the vice president. Ekotna TV so. Radio so. 2020. Ekatre the whole Ghana say. Pualugu Dam no. Ono waye. Obi a ose wawie no. Afa wa kwagina hwete otenkran katwi. Odu apa is wakoka brofo.
Wait. Bibini,
Enra. Ade a wawie dada. Afa yo catch yen say. Obehwe mayaye.
Professor no
Na Onua dikan na waye.
wait.
Is there any truth in him?
Yeah, the chain knew that.
You see, that is why Nana Kumia said something. Said Adia Baumian Pekura and said the videos dada no. Ya botchere no.
Yeah, the chain knew that.
Baumia, I told you from day one that somewhere around is it 2019 or 2020 we came to your house and I told you open your eyes and your ears.
Wait.
Watch people with your ears and listen to people with your eyes. Your wife was there and then Gideon Bwako was also there. And I told you that you need to watch people with your ears and listen to people with your eyes. Otherwise, they will pitch you to the camp of lies.
Wait.
This is number one from your manifesto. Tomorrow, I'll give you another one. The things you said you've done. Pacho, Accra Digital Center. And your MPP is here. Mahama is here.
Wait. Yeah, the chain knew that.
And you're closer to Department of Works and Housing. And yet Nana is here. That time, na Omane Boama and a minister of or for communications. And yet Nana Bruneba is here. That's the biggest lie. Biggest lie number 2. But you see, what fire MPP manifesto no enra? Eba no brofo de a, omo kan fine. But unfortunately, whoever organized the event yesterday, Sani Pane, so public free party.
Wait.
And that whole section was poorly, abysmally put together. Sound was poor. Delivery was poor. Bibi Kakra 1. Esa actor bido. Kojo Ponkroma. Baumias delivery was a fiasco until it got to the last part. I know what kind the trauma nevi. yenye real. I mean, I want to analyze the NEC too. I don't care.
Okay.
Abaya bi no so University of Ghana level 400 no. Why na smart no? You see, you need to allow people to live statements they are reading or saying. Because whatever I am saying here this morning, the things I read from page 168 of Susan Williams, White Malice book, I am living that portion of the book because I quoted Susan Williams. Level 400 brofuni. And His Excellency of any HE. And a summer produce Grofwadi here. HE J. Kufo. What you say, Diano? Ya fa bo kura hom. Ya fra wa ni ya wo so ama. Kona ko kan HE.
Bini.
HE na His Eminence ana. Ana say ye den. HE
Atene ni so. Okay.
Esa say ye to ye mboase. Oh, say Ghana for. Aya na madwe ye mo say me kasa na no ye hia. Na wa fa bibi kitwa bi. No yes no. No we just some papa kakraka na da hodi na ato atwere. Now I know you. So I'll give it to you as it is. Before I continue, but your 2016 manifesto launch na ready. Ba me kasa no. Mame no. Tiedi you assume. Me ya. You be kwa kofa 2020 manifesto launch. Ya ba me kan. NDC form launch of manifesto ni ya. Ya mahama kan 2016. Any 2020. Ya de bebre even though oni abem
2020 4 years
what you say and baby aye do o memu ha no e say giant trocha seba amembu a and trocha e yo wuo and tra ni pecha wo amemu ho no e pra e kumi
Bibi ni ni pa
she Palugu dam the first one. So we. And na ma how akumsin catch over say 2,200,000 Ghana in the Adam.
Wait.
Share Osage for project be a was so no. Upsa wode won saka. Wie as waka ho asem. Don't try to destroy his image. A bad sa won't mean yet.
Amen. Oh,
see me be politicians are more crumano. More than near me diagro. Munim from I say we could do near question and tree. Yes, you dry, yes, you crack, yes, double, and I will confirm you ha, you will dephobia ha, you would diminic. I am sitting here and telling you today. Sir, Osage for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah project be ordered in Sakai. What person we are really, but don't try. Say, Ubema, I say, oh, say no, envy. Since independence, Obia ye, yen yaba be ye, kushini. We are in. One can say when my some say, as some now what's not some packers where we know 2024 Upper East. Where Baba catches all boys. So 4 years. I found and Kroma one panier or the kind of question Ghana say Ghana for me chamuntro. But me these are your own videos. So this one will not be on your TV video. Okay. Mami 2016. Your kind.
Income scheme for the vulnerable in our society, a retirement income scheme for farmers as well as members of small and small-scale business associations such as the GPRTU and the ProTour. Furthermore, we will ensure that the funds of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority are applied solely for the purpose of development of pensions. And we will fully implement Section 103 of the Pensions Act, which assigns pension benefits for the vulnerable in our society, a retirement income scheme for farmers as well as members of small and small-scale business associations such as. Furthermore, we will ensure that the funds of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority are applied solely for the purpose of development of pensions. And we will fully implement Section 103 of the Pensions Act, which assigns pension benefits for housing of workers. We will pay all outstanding contributions to the pension funds, including Tier 2 contributions for public sector workers. Mr. Chairman, fellow Ghanaians, the challenges of development and poverty in Ghana should not be a matter of geographical location. Around Ghana, there are millions who face poverty and deprivation daily, and who can't, and who need urgent, deliberate interventions from the state to improve their lives and circumstances. An MPP government will aggressively pursue policies that will be targeted at particular segments of our population who continue to be excluded and who miss out on the myriad of opportunities that abound, not only in Ghana, but in a globalized world. We have seven major initiatives designed to take giant leaps in transforming Ghana holistically, with particular emphasis on rural and deprived communities, in a major effort at inclusive development of all parts of Ghana, and by adopting a localized development approach. On the Savannah Accelerated.
The producer, said the course 2016 now. No matter the breaking no. Said the course now watch this. Promises about Maakye say wo manifesto wo ba mbe ye no say ye ma me no ma ton ye ma wo dwobu no ye be pension scheme ama wo anambwa me na me ntembro of ntimante ne ye manya driver for wo Ghana ha ye be ma mo pension scheme GPRT no protwa mimi papa ejiri or your protwa ejiri wo pension won
mo me mistiano mo fastiano emani.
No, you see, you do baby a many yono. You funny pano a wedi to me. They not say obey yono and to dear all your say. GPRTU. Yeah?
Mo fastiano emani.
Why? Now what GPRTU are? I buy way. I'm on a pension. When? So we are driving. Where the 60? Where the 65? Where you carry your coffee? Scanner by the brother on the way. Driver for where the 60 years? Where the 65? Come out! But I'm one. Men na kwakubicha where the 103 years. Or your driver ni or catch them say on kakabium 2018. Kwakuda ne ho den obi a wo se ye nto ka amrew afi your friend you sikwadwo me kwa retirement me nka ka biom me fa ka akoba bia me ko kwakubicham ba omi abra opan he
mo fastiano
opan he ska no kwaje wo he
someone and someone.
You see me Say Mahama ani ba umia ade ameyare se wo mu videos no me bo adam analyze ama ho
Mo first year no emami
ye ma me no ma ti dwom to ade say ma mo to ade odwom ha ya bra muska e na mo nka makola ma to ade di 60 years yina sa ban twam pension hey what medina dwom what dome what achemfu dwom what mankasim dwom azima what krobo what kumase central market
Ya bra.
say na ma mo dwom hoy na no ya ban ya bra mo pen he
Ya bra.
the document
Ya bra. What to banks? Yes, I can come here. What papa?
Enra, don't forget say oka say oba tro drivers and one car dada bekwa kwaje car mo no okay 2016 2020 o repeat say cars no answer na December na ye kwoto aba no be end no and a new tro any new taxes no aba bedru shatawale mpo etmete taxi ya fan say shazi na ba omia no yakufado wantumi anya shizi bauzi amaso nanazi amaso shatawale mpo etmi ye taxi asam no kan 2016 2020 no sa kofa brofo foforo edebe cover ho say Ghana ye be bus system na ansa na ye beto ye December ye kwato aba no be end no na 100 buses aba akwa no boa because 2016 okay the same thing 2020 or repeat here cars na ma then na kire say 2024 o car na beba sa bus no ye dey come hwan NPP former national chairman or promising one constituency, one bus. It never happened. Your friend Freddie Blay, what's him? These guys are liars. I am sorry, but they are liars. Pachobo video ni biom. Yen show way 2016. Yen better 2024 there no.
President, with a vision and mandate to accelerate socio-economic development of the Savannah Belt of northern Ghana. They promised to establish a special fund for SADA and pledged an initial startup contribution to the fund of 200 million Ghana cedis with additional annual contributions of 100 million each year for 20 years. The NDC also promised that once SADA was established, the government of Ghana will lead a donor conference on northern Ghana with the aim of raising an additional 200 million from Ghana development partners and the private sector in order to assure the new authority a firm and solid foundation. Per the manifesto promise of the NDC, SADA should have had at least 1 billion cedis allocated from Ghana, from the government of Ghana to it by now, in addition to other funds that were to be sourced from development partners and the private sector. However, Mr. Chairman, according to the 2012 manifesto of the NDC, 260 million Ghana cedis had been allocated to SADA by 2012. In 2013 and 2014 budgets, 20 million Ghana cedis were allocated to SADA per year, while there was no mention of SADA in the 2016 budget. This means that a total of 300 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to SADA as at 2016, compared to the promised 1 billion. Not only has the Mahama government refused to make the resources available, they have also supervised and led the thievery of the 300 million allocated to SADA. The 300 million Ghana cedis was virtually pilfered into private pockets. Since 2012, SADA has hardly received funds from the government for capital projects. This contravenes the SADA Act of 2010, which enjoins government to make annual budgetary contribution. 3 parts, the northern, the middle belt, and the coastal regions of Ghana need support. So, like the other development, like the SADA, the MPP is going to establish the Middle Belt Development Authority, which will serve as the main development agency for the middle belt of the country, in particular the Northern Volta, Western regions, the proposed Western North region, in addition to Ashanti, Eastern, and Brong-Ahafo regions. The coastal regions will not be left out. The MPP will establish a coastal development authority, which will serve as the principal development agent along the coastal communities of Ghana, covering the coastal areas of the Volta, Western region, Volta and Western regions, in addition to the Greater Accra and Central regions. Again, it will be like SADA, it will be like the Middle Belt Development Authority.
All right, so pause
Mr.
it.
Chairman.
So pause it. If the then administration, SADA, and survive it, then you tell the whole nation, say it will be like SADA. And I'm kind. Another kind. Sir, obi the SADA bokrono, yeah, be bokrono no more. It will be like SADA. Volta region. Coastal areas are Volta region. Anyway. Development project in a way. When Shasia or Jamestown through to Axim, Elibo. Coastal Development Authority. If indeed you are interested in the coastal areas, there were coal stores, about 5, over the coastal belt of this country. It's Sihona Airpro. Kwalbina, and Anyalbina, and I want to add Kore and other places. So these are some of the things he said in 2016. Nana do baby no. Na ase akombia fireman penny. That time no a candidate though. In some more kind. Now MPP for Asia as someone walk kind free senior high school. Digitalization. Digitalization then I ogumwa amfro enu gumwa de bisu me na nakura phone no use no internet ni so use yam and you see ye do baby a esese wo bie wasum fa na no de ne beto ne ho. What happened yesterday, bring it closer to today. Let's align and realign and de-alienate so we can be able to put all together, formalize and form something for the future. If you just want to dwell on what happened 2016, 2020, and just what was said just yesterday, you are a lost being.
Yeah, so we and someone who ran waiting and they are to it. Some of them some people who only message me, medical account, and PP, and my own message, and see what can I say. Now fall for this tough one, big liars up. A baby sissy, what I say, a baby sissy. Any message, simple as ABC, any message. There was a mocha. Mangana for 12 more. And Omokanina, and means as how many of them are waiting implementing. And Palugudam Palugudamana, you were Captain Smart or can once again. Or what can we back in 2020 and at 2024 is so Mokan was saying. It didn't be a daily message and a Dr. Mamumbo and an echo for. That will be the Akabiana, a crossing, a Rudansem, a coffee sem. What I say, the Akabiana, a crossing, a coffee sem. And the coming seat, how much a dear big coin, we can't say. And some meeting a woman now for meeting a queen or Macanina and the mechanism. They have not implemented it. What I say, they couldn't even implement it. Omanjin from Bokan and then some Macanina, a summer was teaching clearly some time ago into a Captain Smart Exposed Manifesto Launched back in 2020 and 2024 in some Mabubi. It is all the same and the Yemisa implemented the Omukan 2020. So how can say the Omukan 2024 in some bit implementing? We ANC, I was a transient in Pinahum, the Bomia is a liar. The Palagudam Okokana, would be doing the captain who is a secret in PA. Why then? We Palagudam way back in 2020 since independence. I'm bringing and the Kushima journalist of Moko on Monachis Ugana and throw and an would be. This is a woman who didn't throw us. And the account of me as a man being tears. Can't talk to me for me as any opinion I drink. The throw over we educate a person or debate of my Kundana. Emfa. What is it? Emfa. Indeed, my influence. What is really the idea? We a toe. My influence is to do idea to say. A toe. The under that. Let's also subscribe to Medina. About 99% for viewers and subscribers. So, promote Nanafa on Sabo subscriber to so. Oboswa a Buama Dibiana, it updated on Mount, so we get the first person to watch it. Okay, so promote Nana like it, Medina, like it, what you say, like it for my Buama Medina, it's me cofa. I think so, promote Nana subscribe. So the can first and for comment to here papa for comment to what I say for comment to here whatever so to the waging what I say so to the waging and 7 sanity man table for New York America Yankupon 7 man of here baby after UK and Canada for Germany, Spain and Netherlands baby on Italy ni Ghana for inana na kupa insha mami so musi ebesin ise bedian mena akubia bye bye.